What's up, everyone out there? Welcome to E3, aka Empowered Entrepreneurial Education. What's up? We're all here. All six of us are back today, so this is awesome. Have everybody here. My name is Derek from All Things Narrative. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching live or whether you are checking this out later in your week. We are so glad that you are tuning in to All Things Entrepreneurial, because that is what we do here. And so I am going to, in just a moment, turn it over to John, who is going to be our host moderator today for an exciting discussion about how to harness and leverage your business reputation using a local business directory. And so before we start that conversation, just want to remind you to subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you never miss a live stream. I know John does a lot of live streams besides the 2 p.m. one on Monday, so make sure you check those out as well. Lots of wisdom, lots of great guests coming on here. You definitely don't want to miss it. And if you subscribe, you'll get updated right away as these things are happening in real time. And without further ado, let us introduce our fearless leader, the one, the only John Acosta.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Let's introduce the ladies as well. Okay, I'm going to go in no particular order. I don't know how each one of you display on each screen, but I'm going to go from left to right. All right, so we have Marcy with us. If you need a coach, a business coach, Marcy your person. Here's all her contact information. Okay, now we have Christine Roberts with Intention Enterprises. If you need to reach out to her, here's all her contact information as well. Definitely, we have Tori. Happy VA Day, Tori. Thank you for everything you help us with here in the group. Here's all her information. And we're going to go with Nicole Morales. And she is the creative financier. So if you need or if you have questions with your finances, that's the person to talk to. Last, the superhero of the group, Derek Hatch with All Things Narrative. He is the voiceover for E3. So he's the one who gives us that extra jolt of energy here. Thank you, Derek. Here's all his information. So if you're looking on figuring out how to tell your story in an impactful way, please go ahead and reach out. And you already heard, it's me. I own Highlight Reviews Directory and also own Soul Entertainment Art here locally in West Palm Beach, which is a dance studio. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into a topic that it's interesting for all business owners. Okay, so how to harness and leverage your business reputation from a local business directory. How many of you are already listed as a professional in a business directory? Raise your hands. Okay, so we have 3 and 3, 4 and 2. Okay, so let's go over a couple of things. Why do you want to be in a business directory? First, you want to boost your presence locally. You want people that are looking for people in your category on Google, Bing, Yahoo, any of the search engines. You want to show up. And the way that you do it is through local business directories as well as niche business directories. So you want to start using that. Many business directories like Highlight Reviews, like mine, we do have a free package. So you can create a free directory listing and at least get your name out there. So if you don't have it, please go ahead and go to www.highlightreviews.directory and create your free listing. But take advantage of that. Now, how we're going to be harnessing the reputation. Once you have your listing created, guess what? Tell all your customers to leave your review. Simple as that. Many of the people that we work with, they already like us, know us, and trust us enough to do business. It's just a simple thing. Hey, would you mind going here and giving me my, a review, a good review? For example, has any of you gotten a review lately? Yes, Derek, tell us.
I got 2 today because I just ask them. Isn't that great?
Yeah, just asking. And the thing is that, believe it or not, I mean, we as professionals, of course, we do it because we're passionate about it. And of course, we get money compensation for it. But above all, when we have those reviews, makes us feel really, really good. Makes us feel that we're actually doing what we intended to do, which is make people happy with our product or service. So that is the social proof that people need. Now, let me give you this little statistic that you may or may not know. Did you know that 90% of the people read the reviews before making a purchase or selecting services of a local company? And moreover, um, a staggering 92% of B2B customers are more likely to make a purchase after reading a review.
Hmm.
That should be enough for every business owner to have a, a listing online. Now, couple of things that you want to look before you create a listing, okay? Because directories, there's a lot of them out there. And to be honest, if you can be in all of them, be on all of them, because that's going to give you what we call in SEO a backlink. A backlink is what tells Google that you're relevant and important. Now, Google has changed their algorithm. At one point, that was really, really relevant. You want it to be everywhere. But now, not so much. Now they want to see reviews. So take advantage of that. Why do I say that? There's a lot of listings that do not allow you to leave a review. So while it gives you the backlink, which is woohoo, great, well, the algorithm changed. So might as well look for one that gives you reviews. On Hilo Reviews, we have that in mind. And even our free listings allow you to have your customers leave your review. Or other tools are meant to help you drive your business and drive your marketing. So you can do what you do best, which is your business, and let us handle the marketing part of it. So with that said, the next step after figuring out if the directory allows you to have a review is figuring out if the directory is SEO compliant. Anybody knows why SEO should be something really, really important for you?
So you can rank on Google and all the other search engines.
Yes, because what's the point if you have your listing somewhere that nobody's ever going to find out that you exist?
And what's the point, right?
What's the point? So
Yes.
that is the first thing. So far, has anybody had a customer give you a negative feedback? It doesn't matter if it's a review or not, just a negative feedback. You did everything you could, you bent over backwards. Anybody has had that type of customer and is still the customer not happy?
I think we all have at one point or another.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
The thing is that when they tell you that they're not happy, well, that's it, it's done. The issue with the reviews is the following. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever.
It's good forever.
So that's why it's so important to do your best to don't tarnish your reputation. You really, really want to go ahead, and as all of us in this platform do, we do our best to keep the customers happy. But at the same time, we cannot make everybody happy. And when we have that customer that is not satisfied with our service, if they go ahead and rate you straight on Google, if they rate you straight on Bing, that's it, you're done. When you actually have a local review management company like ours, you can actually dispute those. So guess what? Let's say you have a customer, they leave you a bad review. You call us, we'll let you know what's the fee for the dispute. You pay it. We do the process. We do our due diligence of figuring out, first of all, is this a real review? Because there's a lot of robots and other things that leave just negative reviews just to leave it. So if we figure out that's the case, after you pay us and we do the leg is fake, we delete it. One. Two, we actually do analyze the case. We figure out, hey, we hear your version, their version, figure out what happened, and then we can say, this is a real review. I'm sorry, you're gonna stick to it. We're gonna leave it there. Or hey, this customer is somebody who's asking for something that you clearly explained and went over that you cannot offer, and is still complaining about it, because I've had those customers. So, and then at that point we go ahead and remove it, so you can maintain a good reputation in your area. Now, the other thing is, like I mentioned, SEO compliance is so important. Why? Because does everybody here have a Google My Business account?
Mhm.
Yes? Okay, good. You should.
Yes.
The Google My Business is the local version of an SEO. If you have that, plus the reviews from any local directory, now you're really leveraging the power. You need to have them both. It's not a one system only. And the beauty about it is that a Google My Business is free. There's no reason why not to create a Google My Business profile. The next thing is optimizing your business for for visibility. How many of you have checked out your competition, at least 3 competitors, and figure out their keywords? Right?
Mhm.
Were you amazed when you find out what are the keywords that they're ranking for? Any of you? No? Because in my case, I have a competitor here locally, which also has a dance studio. I'm not talking about the reputation management, but on the dance studio, I was doing the research. Guess what? Their keyword, their biggest driver for that dance studio is that they're driving the word nightclub. They're using the word nightclub to drive traffic.
Wow.
So whenever you figure out what are the keywords that they're using and the commonalities and how you want to be displayed, create a good text with those keywords. And make sure, pardon me?
Oh, no, go ahead, finish, and then I'll get a question for you.
Sure. And make sure that when you create posts or articles, use the same keywords, so you can start ranking for those. Make sure you also use your URLs. Those are really important. Go ahead, Derek.
So, is for somebody who wanted to learn the keywords for their top 3 competitors for their business, is that just simply going on their website and looking at their marketing material and seeing what words they're using, or is there another process that people should be using when they look for those keywords?
Sure. Here in the marketing agency, what we use is we use a Screaming Frog. Screaming Frog, what it does, it scans the website of your competitor and tells you what are the keywords based on. It does this. Checks all the keywords in your competitor's website against what is being most searched against Google. Once it finds those commonalities, it pulls out those keywords. Sometimes it's 5, 6, 10, 14, depending how much content they have. That's how many keywords they're going to be working with. And then you'll have a list of keywords to work on. And on top of that, is going to tell you what's the domain authority and what is the page authority and the click rate on each one of them. So
Wow.
you really can rank them into, okay, this keyword is more valuable than this one, so I'm actually going to work for this one. But here's one of the biggest mistakes that people make. Here's the one that a lot of people, since they don't know, they just overlook. Let's say that you have a keyword that has 300K clicks. Okay? Trying to rank for that keyword as a new person in the internet, is nearly impossible. Why? Because there's so many people using it that for you to create an impact with that keyword, you would have to create at least 150 to 200 articles just to create a small dent into that keyword. So what you're looking for is keywords that are in the range between 10K to 50K. And also, don't forget, every 6 months, 3 to 6 months, check those keywords and see where they are now, because people are searching terms in different ways all the time. Would that clarify how we look for keywords?
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say is the follow-up to that? What would you say is the average amount of time it takes a new business to start ranking anywhere on Google, just in terms of utilizing these keywords and whatnot?
Okay. On Google itself, it depends upon how much competition you have in your market. That's the reality. You may have, let's say, in your local area, let's say you're a lawyer, because there's always lawyers and realtors everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So trying to compete against another lawyer in your area or another realtor is like, oh my God, there's so much competition. So you really have to strategize on how you're gonna do it. So reality is there's not a specific time frame on SEO. You can start ranking within 6 to 10 months, but now the cost of how much is gonna be, it depends upon how heavy the keywords are that you're going against with.
Mm.
That is where your budget is gonna limit, like, okay, I can only do this much. Now, if you're going for a Google My Business approach, that one's a lot easier. That one's a lot faster also. So within 4 to 6 months, you can start seeing your ranking dramatically improve and start going to the top. You won't be on the top on 6 months if you have a lot of competition, but you'll see your ranking moving really quick.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's why just a minute ago I mentioned that it's so important for you to have your Google My Business and your local directory working in conjunction.
Okay,
So
John,
this
I
is
have-
really something that new businesses need to make a part of their budget, right? We should be budgeting for this type of expense because it's something, especially as a new company, you aren't really aware of the fact that, I need to rank, or I have to figure out how to rank, and that there is a cost. Either you're going to pay the cost or you're going to have to come up with the time to address all of these different sites.
That is correct, and that's where we come in. Like, we help you strategize. You tell us, okay, this is my budget, so we can give you a projection. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be exactly like that, but we can give you a projection at what we can do with that budget. Because, like you said, not every business have a budget for marketing, unfortunately, and the ones that do, sometimes is so little that they cannot start Google My Business and SEO and a directory all at the same time, and that's when we have to strategize. Yes, Tori.
Okay, so if you have, an entrepreneur just starting out and they have a Google My Business account, they have a website, they have a LinkedIn page. So how does all of that work together, or what other elements would they need to have to help them get that SEO ranking up? What are some things that they could do?
I love that question. Okay, so this is one of the things that also gets overlooked a lot, and it's just because people don't know what they don't know. People think, oh, I have a website that's good enough, I should start ranking. And then you start learning, like you mentioned, you already have LinkedIn, you already have a Google My Business. Well, that's a good start, but the way that you want to structure, just like when you're building a house, the foundation has to be solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the foundation for you to start ranking is, number one, doing your keyword research, because you want to use your keyword research everywhere, on your social media, on your website, on your blogs, everywhere you're going to use those keywords. The next thing that you want to go ahead and do is create a website in a good SEO friendly platform. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of web builders. I'm not going to say names, but there's a lot of web builders that are not SEO friendly. So you just paid very little money for it. It's easy to build, it's drag and drop. But then the issue is that you're like, no matter what you do, you cannot rank. your website is always going to be in the bottom pile. So there's a few builders that are okay, and there's one that is the best, and I'm gonna go for it. So the ones that are okay because they're somewhat SEO friendly, it's Wix as one that is okay. The next one that is okay is Sites, not Google Sites. Please do not use Google Sites to create your main website. If it's a landing page for a product or service, go for it. Even Google itself, if you read, Google Sites is not SEO friendly. Please do not use Google Sites to build a website. You're just wasting time because it's free, but you're wasting time. The other one that is okay is Sites from Soho. Has a lot of capabilities for SEO. So these two are okay. This is not paid advertisement, but I've trained with both of them, and they're okay. They will get you some results. Now, the king of all this is WordPress. WordPress is the standard worldwide, is the one that Google wants to see your page, and you can actually do so many updates. Now, here's the issue with WordPress. A lot of people are intimidated by how much coding or how many plugins and how many things you have to put in. So that's when you hire a company that you can tell them, hey, this is what you need, this is what I need, and they'll take care of it. I actually manage websites for a company in Pennsylvania. They actually do the sale, everything, and I'm the one who takes care of all the coding, plugins, updates. Everything gets taken care of on my end. So you can always find companies like mine, or if you have a website and you're not sure if it's good enough, let me know. I'll be happy to take a quick look at your platform and your info.
Now, does the host matter much if you're using WordPress?
The host is going to matter on the speed, and speed is part of what helps you rank. If your website is really slow at loading up on people's screen, number one, your customer himself, they're going to leave because they're annoyed.
Yeah.
So that is what's going to help you not rank. So yes, the hosting is very, very important. You do want to have a hosting that has a capacity. But most of the time, what happens is that people build, like literally a week ago, I had a customer that came up to me with a Wix website. And like I said, Wix is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It has some capabilities. Not going to help you to rank 100%, but it's going to get you to rank. So it's good. Now the issue is that they went ahead and downloaded some humongous images. Of course, on your screen, you don't see how big they are. But when you click and see the size of it, each image was like almost half of a gig. And I'm like, that's too much. So we went ahead, because his homepage was not even loading of how big the images were. So we went ahead and checked all the image sizes and everything, resized everything, re-upload everything. Once everything was uploaded with the right size, it was working like this. So sometimes it's just figuring out if it's the hosting or if it's an error usage.
Got it.
What else? What other technical situations have you come across or you have questions on so far? So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Okay.
So far,
So the last part is take control of your business reputation today. Why do I say today? If you don't have it, get started. Like I said, Highlight Reviews, we offer a free reputation or review account. Just go ahead and get it open, get started. Our website works on all 50 states, and it's locally segmented, meaning that no matter which state you are, once you go ahead and open it, we will call you, we'll review the information, and assign you to your local state and city. So there's nothing stopping you from doing that one. The other thing is, if you have bad reviews, here's one thing that a lot of people don't know. And as long as Google does not change, here's a little trick on how you want to make your reputation better. If your reputation is going so not good. The way that Google sees reviews is by the number. So let's say that you have 10 good reviews on Google, 10 good reviews on Yelp, and then 30 bad reviews on another platform. Now you're at a big disbalance, right? You're over the 50%. What you can do if you leverage your local reviews company or your review directory is that you can, in some cases like mine, we offer as long as it's a real review, we can go ahead and move or copy the good review into the directory for a fee. We go ahead and move them over. So now you can go ahead, instead of having just 20 and 20, now you have 80 versus 30, because that's how Google sees it, is a numbers thing. So that's another way, like if you're really, really, really into your reputation is being tarnished badly. Number one, fix whatever it is that is happening, because if so many people are talking bad about your business, something's wrong. And once you have that figured out, let's go ahead and fix this or put a little band-aid until we can actually get good reviews back and running. So there you go. You have a little strategy to play with. Okay. So questions, comments, concerns at that point?
And I think that one of the things that a lot of us overlook, and I'll include myself in this, is that we are so focused on the online stuff nowadays that we don't keep in mind how much we can leverage the offline things, particularly if we have a directory, right? So when we do networking, when we meet people in person, when we have clients that services that we provide offline, leveraging that by asking people to go to the directory and writing a review or just adding some comments on there could really, really elevate how you show up on the search engines as well.
Mm-hmm. That is absolutely true. And as a matter of fact, you just reminded me of one tool that my directory has. We all want to or like to connect with people that gives us free things, right? We like free meals, free lunches,
yes.
free drinks.
Free stuff.
So one thing that you can do once you sign in, even with our free account on Highlight Reviews, is that once you create a free account, you would see that you have a dashboard on your own that has a little place that says saved, meaning that, let's say we all go to a networking event and we can tell them, hey, do you have a listing where people can give you reviews? No. Oh, I found this one that is free. And you can go ahead and show them how to sign in for a free account. And then you click on save, and that automatically creates a list that once you go home, you already have a way of contacting all those people.
Nice.
So
Interesting.
it's a good way to network as well.
Pretty
So
cool.
so how do you ask your clients for reviews? It's not something that I have done. I mean, I've been encouraged to do it, but how do you ask them? You just,
You literally tell them. For example, let's say that you came to a dance class with me. Okay, we finished the class, and hey, Christine, how was the class? Oh, I really loved it. Fantastic. Would you do me this great favor, and it will really help me out? Would you be able to give me a review on this link? Those good reviews help people make my business visible. Would that be okay with you? Most people say yes.
And they don't do people who leave reviews, do they have to set up an account or create an account in order to leave a review?
That's a good question. For Google, they have to have a Google account. For Yelp, they have to have a Yelp account. With Highlight Reviews, that's one of the benefits with us. They don't have to have an account with us. Once they leave the review, all they have to do is leave their email address so we can verify that is a real person. That's it.
Yeah.
So that way we can confirm that it's a real person and update the review.
Because I know that's helpful. Sometimes you don't want to leave a review, even if it's a good experience, because you have to sign up for the service or you already have to have a username and password. So that's a great benefit to highlight.
And not only that, there's the thing that a lot of people, they don't want to sign up for any of those things because you know you're going to get bombarded with spam.
Mm.
Right.
And that's one thing that we don't do.
Now, I just wanted to add to that too, that one of the key principles I think in all these things like reputation and reciprocity, it's reciprocity is what I meant to say. So if you offer something of value in return for the review, I know it sounds like bribery, but yeah, it's an honest bribe, right? And so what you do is you come up with something of value, right? Like maybe something that you would normally use as a lead magnet, like a cheat sheet or a PDF with important information, or like if you leave a review, I'll give you this in exchange. If you have people that you collaborate with, right? I give you a review, you give me a review, right? And you exchange reviews, and that way you elevate each other. So just look for that win-win, and then people will be definitely more than happy to leave you a review, right? I know that one thing that I do usually is my reviews and my testimonials come with an extended 30-minute free session where we talk extra about whatever it is that I'm coaching them through. So they get an extra 30 minutes with me one-on-one in exchange for, at the end, I record a testimonial and I ask them to leave a review, right? So those are just some ideas.
That's a great idea. I like that.
That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we have this completed for today, if people that are watching us have any questions about it, feel free to reach us. All our information has come up, but I'm gonna go again in order real quick. We have Christine for Intention Enterprises. Remember, any bookkeeping. What else do you do? Because you have so many services, Christine.
I do. I do a number of things. I do business consulting. I do some speaking. So if you have need of financial literacy education, you want to speak about how to build your business or your personal credit, I'm also in those areas as well.
Thank you. Yeah, truly everybody here is multi-talented. So that's one of the blessings of working with all of you. If one of you don't know something, the other one may know. So thank you, thank you. We also have Derek with All Things Narrative. Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so for all things narrative, we are a personal development company. We use storytelling, the rich, rich world of stories in order to help you with your life. And so if you're interested in learning more about what we're doing, we offer a coaching program, workshops, classes. We have a podcast that has episodes that come out a few times a month. All of these things exist to help you with the story that you find yourself living in, whether it's personally, professionally. And so, yeah, we want to be the place where your narrative comes alive, because no one should feel lost in their own story. And you, therefore, can take an active control over living your narrative, your life story more intentionally, purposefully, and meaningfully.
That's right. Next, the moment that we've been all waiting for, because we haven't heard. I don't know if she has a voice still. But there you go.
Yes, I am here. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Nicole, and I do life insurance and retirement, and help make your financial future a work of art. Because everyone has different needs, so just here to help out with that and allow you to get to your next financial goals. Thank you.
Yes, Marcy.
Well, I am a self-leadership and business coach and also a speaking coach. So what I do is I help you redefine and rediscover your calling and your purpose, and help you get out of your own way so that you can actually live out that calling and purpose. So if you're interested in coaching, in training, in speaking, I do some speaking as well. I have a podcast as well. But what I basically help you and your team do is self-lead and elevate yourselves to the next level. Get out of your own way, step into your own leadership, manage your emotions, manage yourself in time and in space, and do the things that you were called and designed to do in this world.
Awesome. Thank you. Of course, Tori, the one and only.
You're muted, hon.
You're muted.
Sorry.
How's that? Is that better? Great.
There you go.
Well, I'm Tori Eubanks. I'm a virtual assistant, so I help entrepreneurs and small business owners with all the administrative pieces of their business. So if you need help with your social media management or publishing email newsletters, give me a call. I can help you out.
Yeah, if you love the graphic design and beautiful things that we have on our social medias, thanks to Tori. So, Tori, thank you very much for the great work you do for us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay. And John Acosta with Highlight Reviews. I help you with your digital marketing needs here in the United States, Florida, and also have the dance school Soul Entertainment Arts. So if you're looking to learn salsa and bachata and you're in the beautiful town of West Palm Beach, come on over. We would love to party together. All righty. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here, and have a lovely day. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.